Things can never go easily, can't they? Having his sister's life in his hands, her body barely holding out, and the fact that this origami is now... Oh, hang on a second. There's the fire spirit. The one that caused us so much distress and took away our parents. Yeah. It's going to be a tough one to get out of this one unscathed. But it's good that the other two are with them at the water park, even if going in the pools and water slides, probably not the best idea. Still, the only one that we're missing now is the time-controlling spirit, although adding her to the mix right now might not be for the best of anything. Data Life is a weird show. I simultaneously quite enjoy my time watching it, as well as despair about some of the decisions and story that is on display here. How is it all going to tie together? And let's not forget that his actual sister being a ticking time bomb with all of the magic enhancements on her body. Yeah, it's going to be a long time before we can just have a normal sit-down, happy, friendly family meal. But that should be enough for me. We still got more episodes to see, so let's sit down and watch them. Yep, she definitely seems like the type that would burn down an entire city. Yep, just what you need if you're on the verge of losing control of your own body. One of those sudden drop theme park rides. As there's nothing that draws people together like a little bit of fear. And apart from, the potential risk of demise and death and losing who she is, having a little solo time just for themselves rather than be bombarded with all the others might actually be beneficial for her condition. And I don't think that Origami is going to easily back down, no matter how much the Shido is going to be in the midst. When her parents are involved, it would be slightly difficult to talk anyone down from getting some sort of vengeance. And after that sentence, we get this music and a running around this amusement park. Pointless? She's having fun, isn't she? I think that's an explanation and a half, really. Huh? Oh. I mean, unless you're in a group of like 5, then it's fine. More effective than he realized, that sentence. Exactly. That's exactly what she was thinking, Shido. While this is the kind of slice of life-esque nice moments that we kind of want, It seems so out of place after the last episode. Or previous episodes entirely, and what has been on display. How many frames were just flickering back and forth there? She's in a organization that has an invisible flying ship. Why is she worried about a roller coaster? And the fact that he's putting on a brave face, even knowing that, everything that she's going through. Actually, fairly high quality haunted house there. Last time I went to some amusement park, there was a haunted house thing. Don't know if I went in it or not. But the last time I went in one, it was shite. His acting skills are impeccable. I mean, not everyone is into the physical torture that he is. What, rather than one each? Uh-huh. I don't think the officials would let that one actually happen. Holy bumper? Uh-huh. And also, does this ship not have escape little shuttles or parachutes? Can we kick him out the door? She's a little more tuned in. Oh? Why is she always on the outset of it? And remember how much that they enjoyed their time together. Yoshinon actually with the decent sentence there. There's not a good idea to intrude on them in case it fails. But does Tucker know? That must be it. Does Tucker know what that entails about sealing off her power? Even though she's been on the receiving end of it. Oh god. You really need to up the guard position rotation, don't you? Just allowing the maintenance hangars to go unattended. What an insult. I think this is a relatively successful little time for them. As long as the park isn't ruined by a certain someone gate crashing. Everything started 5 years ago, at least for them. Once again, catching the wrong end of the stick of what he's imagining. Does he want to be seen in public so much? Her poor heart. I mean, yes, okay. I think they might have had crossed wires. Crossed wires, yeah. I mean, it was a pretty good situation there. He didn't need to bring up. Well, we did see the barrier thing go up around him, so sure, he's fine. But that was rather instantaneous, just evaporated the bench. Does she have a ticket for this place? People trying to enjoy their time. Hmm. She might need to go back to the drawing board on that one. I don't think the maintenance work was quite finished. Yeah, could her hatred of the spirit overcome the actual need to protect civilians? Her worry about them? Also, unlike some transformation sequence, being arrived in flames is kind of cool. I don't think in her current state, where she is obsessed and angry, it's going to have the best outcome of the battle for her. Or the park. Are the ASTs and whatnot going to have to pay for repairing the place? Does their insurance cover spirit attacks and military actions? So if she went out there, she would be more than a little in danger. So that's how it works. Okay. Well, part of her power back. Not all of the battle dress. What? Be left out from everyone else? How many missiles does that suit have in supply? It seems to be a heavy burden on the wearer, at least. But is the Ferris wheel completely gone? And all of that, and it's just a small bit of damage on her outfit. To be... What's the point of the barrier thing if it just disperses the attacks onto the surrounding territory? Why did I say territory? Surrounding environment. And look what she woke up. Was there a slight little crack there in her eye? I wasn't completely paying attention or aware there. So I caught it at the end. Ah. Is he going to stand in the way again? Is he going to be able to survive a direct blast from it? Wanting revenge for a family lost. I don't think she's going to be open to dialogue or accepting that it wasn't her. At least, not consciously. She's not willing to back down. He's not willing to stand aside. Something's about to break. The cycle will just continue. If So as long as the spirit itself is separated, yeah, compared to how they usually know spirits at the minute, the idea of human spirit merging is not something that they really understand. Can she hold it at max power for 5 minutes or so? Friend. She was really willing. Good dual attack there. She was willing to lose everything to carry out her vengeance. Some good timing. So while they keep her busy, he's got some time. Time alone. At least there's no crowds watching this time. True, she put a hole right through him. And yet she still has at least a conversation with her. Didn't eliminate her in the swimwear shop. Yeah, she's not at maximum defense, so there would be a few scratches from those missiles. There are some things that he can fix and some things that he won't be able to. I don't think they'll be coming back to this park anytime soon. Well, considering the Cindery kind of way that she's been acting towards him the entire time, I don't think her stats really need to be raised all too much. Well, Is she able to respond? It's, kind of under duress, but still. Were there any need of the black ribbons or anything to give her strength on that? Hmm. A shared memory unlocked via close physical touch. The healing flames. So what? He now bears the spirit of flame. She can turn her revenge and desire for death against him. Cool. However, they weren't the ones that were responsible. Why is it that this spirit of flames is interchangeable amongst humans and whatnot? Does it work for other spirits or just this one particular? And yet, well, it looks like there's still some kinks to be worked out on that suit. You see, I don't think her. Okay, well, I don't think it was her decision there to let it all go. And why are we now clicking back to Groomy? And what was the puddle up on the roof? Yeah, I don't think that was a conscious decision to let them go there. More just Origami losing consciousness. Couldn't they have done both? Sealed the powers away, and then once they confirmed that it was fine, then go out on this date without having to worry? Ah. Class commander. And that hasn't faltered or wavered at all. Yeah, of course, yeah, it's a lie. The world is against you. So easily bought. But to be fair, for 10 cream pastry things, yep. All of the IT needs to have a look at. There's some virus going around. Also, for little conversation that they're having here, so, we remembered what's going on 5 years ago, possibility of memory erasure, and yet, happy, cheery little music. How brave of him to say it in front of everyone. What now? See, the various masks that she wears there, and good to see he's still doing well. She'll be under house arrest for a while for stealing the suit. Yeah, the various masks that she wears to protect herself, sometimes letting it slip and having a actual emotions and sisterly love kind of break through. It's amusing to see, but now that we're on, episode 12 of this series, nearing the end of it, I think there's a third one in there, a 13th one in there. Because if it was to end like this, things are looking too good. Even if Origami is now in deep shit and probably going to be demoted to hell for her little stunt. And the danger of nightmare still lingering, ever present. Still wondering what the plans are there. Some nice lighting. There's no falsehoods to his actions or what he says. When it comes from his heart, yeah, he seems to just stumble his way into doing things right. Even if it's for the safety of the world. At least make it right. Balance it out. How could he say no after that pleading? Did you not want to see others either? Having to butt in right there. You can't keep her waiting. Take out the earphones again. And I just checked, and yeah, the 13th video was an OVA, so ending this series there. Everything kind of wrapped up. Origami stopped in her murderous little rampage. And Toka now also feeling annoyed. A little cheated, especially after the interruptions from everyone involved, actually. I wonder exactly how much disruption this world can take before everything just grinds to a standstill. Considering the threat of these spacequakes and everyone's running for cover and businesses stop for their own safety, obviously. And now with missiles flying around a theme park, everyone may be a little accustomed to this way of life, but would anyone go out to enjoy a nice, relaxing day if there's the constant threat of danger and loss of life? And for this grand organisation that really is meant to be helping Shido through saving the world, they really need to get their act together. Their hiring procedures are terrible. There doesn't seem to be much of a disciplinary action going on for certain members. But also, with their computer systems being so temperamental, breaking all the time and obviously not showing the right results. Or not helping when they need it. Yeah, what exactly do they do around here? Taking the episode of the hot springs out of the equation, because that was a bit out there. But at least Kotori herself being somewhat saved. Having the power of Ifrit removed from her. Looks like her body and mind are safe for one more day at least. But what about him? Is he going to be overtaken by the same presence like she was? Can we really say that spirits are the ones that are the danger here? Sure, with the space quakes themselves being the main culprit of why they're, well, not only viewed with suspicion, but also downright feared. The whole reason the organization was set up to try and stop them. If it wasn't for that, they're just like pretty much anyone else, just with a lot more firepower behind them as well. You don't really want to get them angry. But if the way of containing them causes more damage than they would actually cause themselves, is it worth it? Especially with those that are tasked to take them down can't exactly be controlled themselves. I'm still wondering what that moment on the roof was. The pool of blood, was that from Mana or some other kind of random passerby that needed correction? And why the spread out shadow? What is nightmare planning? Yeah, I think I've made my feelings on this show kind of dubious, actually. I'm enjoying it while also a little perturbed about some parts, but you know, the fact they're leaning so much into it that as part of its identity is to be commended. It just feels really at odds sometimes. But I will say, with that said, what other environments and situations can Shido find himself in the future? Any more reasons to go on dates? Are there more spirits that are still yet to be seen? Or is this our immediate cast and we need to figure it all out with these first? Can spirits start to live interchangeably with humans? What is the world that they came from? In fact, we've got a brief little excerpt there of, I say there a few episodes ago, where Toka just woke up and she was in this world forcibly. We're still not entirely sure about who or what is behind that, or what the spirits truly are. But still, that's all on the back burner, because for now, well, I'm not sure what. There's so much that could happen. But a few characters that are still on the fringe and in danger. Can we just go back and ignore that for the time being? Have some happy home life now the sibling is saved? It would be nice. But to find out, we have to come back for more. This season is over. There is an OVA that I'm going to watch though, so stick around for that. But for now, if you've enjoyed, let me know. Leave a like and a comment down below. Consider subscribing so you don't miss out. And there's also my Discord if you fancy that one. But for now, get yourself a bit of rest, because I want to see you for the next one.